next section a siren. Sufferness now a block fest. People die. Very good propaganda and lie. Some face of 80s with a C for ya. Walk like Jackie salary probably next year. Everybody want to be like Mandela, the king of hero, while their heart is full of evil, like King Pharaoh. Mpansio but that yok man as a border. One and two Ogadika will another summer clearing and wrecking labor. Ogadika Ghana, very little manipulation. Nobody say something. We can take this for granted. We could do something. I don't less I know, but I will look at that we are something.
Mekatasi na Nigeria wepo, makachukumana tozo. Mekatasi na Nigeria wepo, makachukumana tozo. Ifene melugudu na banyanya midi, yamelumana tozo. Oh no 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 no, oh delumo, yamelumana tozo. Do place like anyikuyo, manamana tozo. If he devex you, commit suicide you, manamana tozo.
Agaya nganabo ijidoke mona gikeya nkenabo nwoke kwesiri turu ya ma ọgbatambo motu esi dizi ugbu a anyị nọzi na nkọ anyị chọrọ leader ọ bụrụ erula nke ga-eme obodo anyị nnọkọ dịtụnụ beta enye ndị ọchịchị ego anyị akpachie ma chezọ n'ọtụtụ ụmụ ogbenye afụbeghị tachie economy dị high ka BP ọtụtụ na-akwụgharị with CV ọtụtụ ndị anyị ka nọzi GG lete all this ọ na-enye n'ụmụ MP our country chọrọ dị ka America Manye nwere love kandi America. Ya menji gwanu Jehova na ntawa na dizu maka jimman na tata kwe.
Mekatasi na Nigeria wepo, makachukumana tozo. Mekatasi na Nigeria wepo, makachukumana tozo. Ifene melugudu na banyanya midi, yamelumana tozo. Oh no 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 no, oh udelumu, yamelumana tozo. No place like anyikuyo, manamana tozo. If he devex you, commit suicide you, manamana tozo. Manna tozo. Manna tozo. Get defending men at this our nation. No matter go chapu kwa bed, no occupation. I must tell you it's from the foundation. Man, I put to the blame on our generation. Aburu Eve. Mado go chapu kwa putaburu a thief. Any nation they down for jubilation. Let me see you raise your hands and shout congratulations. I will peace, pass this bad information. Fuel la rigo, gas la rigo, oil la rigo, kede bage bido. Anyiwe kugo, unuwa nugo na waga yimehari amalona ofugo. Obodo polapo, anyiwa tola to by 30 years. Imana guys cholo, igo moto lono no na pia na baba. Buto, mekatasi na Nigeria wepo, makachukumana tozo. Mekatasi na Nigeria wepo, makachukumana tozo. Ifene melugudu na banyanya midi, yamelumana tozo. Oh no 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 no, oh udelumu, yamelumana tozo. No place like
good evening, wonderful people, great dear friends, wherever you are. This very evening, this very day, the first day of May, in the year of our Most High Elohim 2021, the time now is precisely 1 minute past 7 p.m. in the chosen land of Biafra, the blessed land of Biafra, the hallowed land of Biafra. And I believe it is now 2 minutes past the top of the hour, regardless of where you are. Because as we are live here on air, the clock is moving forward. It is not waiting for anyone. This earth is spinning. It is not waiting for anyone. And we are speeding full steam ahead towards an independent, sovereign Biafran state. I welcome each and every one of you. And as I welcome you, please allow me to encourage you to tell your friends and your families, even the enemies of Biafra, to listen to this very program this evening, especially the Janjaweed Caliphate from the Sahel, those descendants of vultures from the foothills of the Futajalon. I do hope and pray that they also will listen unbiased and without any prejudice, that they too may become as enlightened as we are And who knows, they may even become, should I say, privileged also to taste freedom. I understand that some people are saying that we are not live on our app. That is the message I'm seeing here. People are writing to us on Instagram saying that we are not live on our app. From what I can see here on our systems, the app should be working. I cannot see anything wrong here. Oh, our console, everything here is green, I can tell you. Everything here is green, so I do not know. People telling me that we are not live on our app. I don't know what is going on because from my end, everything is green and we are good to go. Remember, we are on Instagram. We are also on Twitter. I've told some of you to please try and join us on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, believe you me, you're not doing anything for the restoration of Biafra. You must be on Twitter. You must also be on Instagram as well. I know that for Instagram, you have to look good. It is where they do slaying, as they call it. You have to try and dress well. If you're a lady, you have to try and put on pancake before you appear on Instagram. That's what I've been told. But we are also on Instagram. They said it's working. Thank you very much. It is working. They said it is working. Everything, all from our systems here, everything is go. So I do not see any need nor reason why people should panic in any way, shape, or form. We are live and we are direct. And Elohim in heaven is bearing witness for us. This very message this evening is going out to the entirety of humanity, because across every time zone on this earth, men, women, and children are listening to us. Every intelligence agency in the world is listening to us. Every serious government around the world is listening to this very program. If you go to Abuja now, you will see that the bars, the restaurants, and even the nightclubs are empty because people are listening to us. Some of them hiding under the bed, some are in their wardrobe, some are pretending they have something to do in the car, some are using earpiece to listen to us. They don't want their wife or their husband to understand that they too are partaking in this very gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of renewal, and a gospel of restoration being preached tonight. We are live and we are direct. And Elohim, of course, is presiding over our activities here on this very earth. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the largest mass movement on the face of this planet Earth. I am, of course, privileged to be the director of Radio Biafra, the director of Biafra Television, but above all, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Those of you listening on my page on Facebook, you will be interrupted, you will be cut out. You will be interrupted. You will be cut out very, very shortly. Please go to Instagram and go to Twitter. Go to our app as well. I need confirmation. People are saying our app is not working. I don't understand. They said Radio Biafra is on, but IPOB Community Radio is quiet. I don't know if Mazi or Former is listening to investigate and tell us precisely what is happening to our app, IPOB Community Radio. You must tell us. Those of you listening on my Facebook page, of course, it started cutting already. They will cut you, they will take you out and all the rest of it. Please, make sure that you go to Instagram. Our app may not be working. I don't know if it is working or not. I need confirmation. I need people to confirm if our app is working or not. I need that confirmation, please. If our app is working, I need to know so I can advise our people accordingly. We must pray because, as always, before we do anything here, we must hand over our proceedings to the Most High Elohim in heaven. And as always, do not forget to bring your pen and your paper with you, because here we tutor, we lecture, we teach, And of course, we interact. That is the essence of what we are doing. It is working now, they said. Igwe is saying that it is working. It is working. Thank you very, very much for that. Facebook will kick you out if you're on my page. Please go and join me on Instagram. Open an Instagram account, open a Twitter account, and you can join us there, please. And you can listen uninterrupted. You can listen uninterrupted, please. You can listen uninterrupted. There are many places and means through which you can listen to us. Tuning is working. All the other apps, they're all working. Please make sure you go there. Now they have suppressed us down to 1,000 people who are watching on my page. But this gospel must be preached because Elohim determined that it should be so. Once again, please, regardless of where you're listening to us from this very evening, morning, noon, or night, depending on where you are, get your pen and your paper ready because we are going to lecture this evening. But we must pray. In the very oldest language known to man, the Igbo language. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe. Onye anyị na-erubere isi wee na-akpụ isi ala anya. Ọkwa na eji ama ka anyị na-acha gị eze ndị nsọ, otuto ka anyị na-eto gị, nsọpụrụ ka anyị na-asọpụrụ gị, mbuli elu ka anyị na-ebuli aha nsọ gị mgbe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-achị ihe niile ekere eke bụ site n'ọlụ aka gị na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Ịma mma gị na ebere gị na-adị n'ime ndị niile bụ ndị ji wee hiwe isi nna nke igwe dịka ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra. Mmụọ na mmadụ bụ naanị gị ka ha na-efe. Ị karịrị ihe asị na-ebu. O nweghị ihe ọbụla bụ ihe ikere eke ji ama atụtụ wee nye gị nna nke igwe. Obi anyị ma anyị ji wee na-asị ka ndị mmụọ ozi na ndị okenye oru abụọ na-anọ nọ n'igwe wee na-agba oche ozi okirikiri na nke dị nsọ wee na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo n'ala. Ha niile si na-ede nsọ Chineke nna. Anyị na-asị nsọ 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 ka Jehova dị. Ọkwa na otuto ka anyị na-eto gị nna nke igwe n'ihi bụghị mmadụ naghị eri nri. Ọ bụ naanị otuto ka ị na-eri eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-arịọ eze ndị eze onye kachasị ihe niile elu ka i wee na otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile ja mma niile. N'ihi na ewezuga gị nna nke igwe ama ndị iro achịwa ụmụ ha ọchị. Kama na isi na ị ga-epụrụ anyị ihu na azụ aka anyị n'aka ekpe nna nke igwe na ị ga-ebuli anyị elu n'ịtụ okwu n'anya ugo nna nke nsọ. N'isi anyị bụ nke itere mmanụ. Ka anyị wee gbasa ozi ọma nke gị, okwu nsọ nke gị nna nke ebere. Ka ụmụ gị wee chita azụ ebe ị nọ nna nke igwe wee fee gị ofufe n'ụzọ ziri ezi n'ime mmụọ na eziokwu, asụghị ngọngọ, atụghị egwu mmadụ ọbụla. Ọ bụ ya mere ihe niile nke anyị onwe anyị bụ ka ji wee nyefee gị n'aka. Na-asị onye ọ bụ naanị ya kere ihe niile nke anya mmadụ na-ahụ mana onweghị onye kere ya. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ usu niile nke ndị agha, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, isi iyi nke ndụ, onye na-adịghị anwụ anwụ, onye ndị gboo tụrụ ebighị ebi. Ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka anyị ga-esi wee jee gị mma ka o wee masị gị nna nke igwe, ka o wee metụta gị n'obi n'ezie n'ezie anya onwe anyị bụ ụmụ gị. Chọrọ ịbịakwuta gị nso ka i wee nye anyị Biafra nna nke ebere, ka ịhụnanya gị wee mụbaa n'ebe ndị gị nọ, ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị na-agbanyeghị na anyị nọ n'ọchịchịrị nna nke igwe, ka ihe gị wee chaa n'ime ụmụ gị ebe ọbụla ha nọ n'ụwa niile bụ abụrụ IPOB nna nke igwe. N'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe na-asọpụrụ mgbe niile ebighị ebi. Nke ọma mee anyị ga-ekele gị, nke ọjọọ mee anyị aja aha nsọ gị mma. N'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye na-eweta, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye na-ewere. Onye ike niile nọ n'ọbara aka ya. Lekwa ndị iro Biafra niile nna nke igwe ka m na-arịọ gị n'abalị a n'ụwa niile na-ege anyị ntị. N'isi ga-ekpu ndị dị etu ofu ofu, aka nsị ha ga-aba ha ọnụ. Ị ga-ejide oche ọchịchịrị bụ janjawid Fulani wee laa ya n'iyi nna nke igwe, ka i wee gosi ha n'ezie n'ezie na ọ bụ Chineke nna nke ụmụ Biafra. Na Biafra ga-abịarịrị site na ebere gị na amara gị, ọ bụ site n'ọlụ aka anyị nna nke igwe, ọ bụ sọsọ site na amara gị onye nwe m. Ka ụwa niile wee si n'ezie n'ezie na ndị dị etu a bụ ụmụ Chineke. Ka anyị wee jee aha nsọ gị mma, wee too gị, wee gọzie gị site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ka anyị arịọ gị ise ise ise. Oziọma Chineke ka anyị na-agbasa. We are preaching the gospel of heaven, a gospel that must be preached to the living. That message is coming to you tonight. And I want to start very, very slowly and methodically in drawing the attention of the world, because I know the whole world listens to us. I want to draw the attention of mankind to what is happening in a supposedly the most populous black nation on earth. So black country, not a nation, because the zoo is not a country, not qualified to be one. I want people to understand the reason why they took away your names and gave you states named after rivers around you or stream. I want you to understand the reason why. It is part and parcel of their game plan to strip you of your identity. And if you do not have any identity, you cannot anchor your consciousness, your understanding, your interpretation of your suffering. You cannot be able to situate it properly because you don't know who you are. When they say you are from Niger State, you are from Anambra State, you are from Enugu State, you are from Ogun State, because there's a river called Ogun River. Is that not correct? When they do all these things, believe you me, they are doing it because they do not want you to possess any identity with which you can reference your suffering. Because if you have no identity, you cannot solve any problem that confronts you. You can never solve it. Why am I saying this? When you hear that people in Niger State are suffering, I believe there is an element of detachment you feel when you refer to people as coming from Niger State, because it means nothing. It means nigger. It has no meaning. But any day you say that Nupe people are suffering, if you say that Nupe people are suffering in Niger State, then you have given an ethnic coloration to the problems that those people are being forced to endure at the hands of the same people who are less than 10% of the population of the zoo. They are less than 10%. They are making our lives a misery. The life of everybody in the zoo is a misery. Why am I saying this? People must listen very carefully to me this evening, please. The Nupe people that some of you call Niger State, or who found themselves, unfortunately, in a place called Niger State. This may come to some of you as a shock, but to me it is not. I want the world to understand, because I know that the US ambassador is listening, the UK High Commissioner is listening, the EU ambassador is listening, all of the diplomatic corps in Abuja, they are listening, and some of them in Lagos, of course. They're all listening to us this evening. I want to bring to the attention of all of you and to the whole world the level of deceit and insincerity in the public utterances and pronouncements of this very caliphate regime in Asorok, run by Fulani people. They are deceitful, they are dishonest. I want to prove to the whole world tonight that Fulani is not fighting insecurity. Fulani is aiding and abating insecurity. I want to prove it to everybody tonight beyond every reasonable doubt. I want to let the world understand that those they are seeking to partner with, those asking them and pleading with them to send military aid to come and help them, I want the world to understand that this very regime, in the name of the late dead Buhari, they are the instigators and the perpetrators of insecurity in Nigeria and across the Sahel. I want to prove it tonight to the whole world with facts and evidence. So when Garuba Shehu and the rest of them come out to trot out the same rubbish they always do all the time by telling you that we are fighting insecurity, we are going to overcome. Chief of Army Staff said this. I want to tell you that this is a carefully choreographed performance for public consumption to lure you into a false sense of security that their men foot soldiers can now come in to take over your land. I want to prove it to you. Over the years, we have been theorizing and hypothesizing over the years. A lot of hypotheses, a lot of conjecture, a lot of analysis, and all the rest of it. I want to bring practical interpretation this evening. I want people to understand what is happening on the ground. It's not English, it's not grammar. I want to let the world understand what Nigeria is like this evening. It is not a story that I've made up, because if you know that in the zoo called Nigeria, the truth is even more stranger than fiction. They have an army and they have a police, they have a force, they have navy that only specialize in killing innocent civilians. That is why people wonder, why is it that when unknown gunmen attack these people, some people are jubilating? Because the army and the police only specialize in killing unarmed people. And I have written a letter to the United States president. I will publish that letter tomorrow. And in that letter, what I'm saying tonight is what I basically encapsulated in a few paragraphs. I want the world, I want people that call themselves Nigerians, because if you're so stupid as to call yourself a Nigerian, that is entirely your business. I want to prove it to you that Fulani people are going to take over your lives. They will kill you and they will take your land from you. They will dominate your lives. They will dominate it. They will stifle you. They will make your life a misery. They will kill you and they will take your land from you. I want to prove it to you now. Not from me. It's from a Vanguard publication. Why are you withdrawing security men from their posts? This is happening in Nupe land. Nupe, N-U-P-E. Forget the rubbish Niger State. Or rubbish, is it Kogi or whatever crap is called. Niger State is made up of Gwari people and Nupe people and a few other subgroups as well. People must learn in Nigeria to begin to address individuals or populations or citizens by their original ethnic identity for you to understand what is going on. Some of you may have been reading about banditry, killings in the Middle Belt and the rest of it, especially in Niger State. 1 hour drive to Asorok, where the ISIS in West Africa hosted their flag a few days ago. Where people, citizens now gather to contribute ransom money to pay to Fulani jihadists that they may not be killed or their village sacked. In that same place, that hotbed of terrorism, Fulani Janjaweed. I want to let all of you understand tonight the reason why every major sensitive security post is manned by a Fulani. I want to let you on, because when we say people I don't think they even appreciate what we're saying sometimes. I want to bring to your knowledge this evening the evil that is Fulani Janjaweedism. People are asking them, ordinary citizens are asking them in Niger State, why are you withdrawing army and police from their posts? They were asking the military authorities. The same military are in Imo State doing show of force. I want American ambassador to understand what I'm saying. I want the EU to understand what I'm saying. I want the UK to understand. Do you know that where they are killing people, where people are paying ransom every blessed day, where lives are being wasted, there is no army. Nigerian army withdrew their personnel, their men from there. Deliberately. The same thing they did in Benue, that Fulani foot soldiers may overrun the place. I want all of you to understand the danger all of you are in. You are in one, or forget about all the rubbish you read from Daily Trust, from Premium Times, or Fulani newspapers. Their mouthpiece, their job, they are like, okay, mouse, as is eating you away, is blowing you breeze. So I think that's the only way I can explain it for the white people who are listening to understand. No rat. It will be eating away at the sole of your feet. And then sometimes it's blowing you breeze so that you will not feel it. It's blowing air so you don't feel it. That is what Nigerian newspapers, that is their job. Their job is to calm all of you down. No matter the outrage being visited upon you, the job of Nigerian newspapers is to dampen you, to make you understand that tomorrow may be better. When they fail, they bring out fake Pentecostal pastors. Why am I saying this? Banditry, why are you withdrawing security men from their posts? Displaced Gwari and Nupe residents ask military authorities, why have you neglected us? They are asking, the same army you see, Nigerian army, our boys, Nigerian army everywhere. They are asking the Nigerian army in Nupe and Gwari land that they call Niger State, why have you abandoned us to Fulani terrorists? Why? It isn't very simple. Because you're not Fulani. Isn't it? Is it not very clear? You are not Fulani, that's the reason why. And it is the Fulani in Asorok that calls the shot, decides where to post who, when, and where. Do you know what they said? They say it is better to die in our homes than in the hand of bandits. This is the fate of your average Nigerian today. That's how they reason. You know that, as I said to you before, the Zoo media, they are there to inoculate you. Once you're feeling the pain and you want to rise up, you see one idiot from somewhere will write a very flowery column for maybe one of these idiotic publishing houses. Tell you how we started this problem. We must end it. What is happening is not good. We must rise up. Any revolution now is not good. Let's get together. Rubbish. Every blessed month they write the same crap. In the name of intellectualism. This UG black man doing intellectual. No running water, no good schools, no hospitals, no jobs, nothing, no roads, nothing. You're doing intellectual. In the forest, in the like a baboon in the bush. People that live the way we live in Africa, do they intellectualize? Have you seen a baboon before intellectualizing? A monkey in a tree swinging from one branch to the intellectualizing? They have no time for it. They want to just grab fruit. They procreate. They sleep with their wives and they give birth. Is that not what we do in Africa? In a place called Niger State, the Gwari people, oh God. The frequent invasion of some local government areas of Niger State by bandits has become so worrisome to the people of the state. Many lives and properties have been lost. Many lives and properties lost. And more pathetic is the fact that their houses, as well as their foodstuffs and seedlings meant for planting this year, have been completely burnt down by Fulani bandits, terrorists. Even if because they're saying, even if they go back to their villages today, many of them have nowhere to lay their heads or starting. This is happening in your so-called Nigeria, where somebody will have the temerity to get up in the morning and tell you there's going to be election in 2023. A timetable, I make this timetable. These people who you are expecting to vote, they have nowhere to sleep at night. Most of them are farmers. These Fulani terrorists imported into Nigeria by El Rufai, Garba Shehu, the late dead Buhari when he was alive. They are in Nupe and Gwari land wreaking havoc. The worst part of it is that nobody's helping them. The army that America, EU is giving Fulani money to equip, they equip them, they send them to the east to be killing innocent people. Now, do you understand it? People in Niger State are begging and asking for help, saying, we have nowhere to sleep. Our crops, our seedlings have been destroyed. We can't even plant for next season. How are we going to eat? How are we going? In the midst of this, what concerns us, Rock, is what Mbaka said. The thief himself, Tinubu, or Obasanjo, these evil men in the zoo called these evil, pathetic, satanic men, they have not said a word. It is only on Radio Biafra that we are tonight amplifying the plight of those in a place called Niger State. It's very close to home. They have come to Niger. Destruction upon destruction. Anybody would have thought that, given the state of hopelessness of these people and their lamentations, that the government would do something about it immediately. Instead, they are withdrawing their troops or their soldiers from their posts and send, as I told you before, there is a method to our madness. Our madness has swag, it has style. I'm telling you the truth. As I said to you before, we are going to draw this army away from the north. They will come to the east, where they're going to die anyway, and leave their towns and villages open to be ravaged by the monster that they themselves created. People in Niger State were against Biafra. They're against an Igbo man. People of Niger State, yes, of course. They fought in the war. Igbo man is a problem. They want to divide our country. Do you now see why supporting one Nigeria is a death sentence for you? And the funniest thing about the zoo is that when you start suffering, nobody will remember you anymore. You are gone. None of these people, including even Channels TV, nobody can send journalists into Niger State to go and interview them there. Find out what is going on the ground. Find out what is happening on the ground. They will not do it, will they? Is Nigeria for you? The hope of the people who are predominantly farmers have been shattered with their seedlings burnt down, as they do not have, seedling. I don't know how to say it. Mbroka, to start the planting of a new season. None. Do you know what is most surprising about Niger State and Benue and everywhere else, where the Fulanis are intent on taking people's land? The same way people are shouting about unknown gunmen, shouting about insecurity in the east, why can't you see insecurity in Niger State, where they are basically running from their homes? Why can't you see it? Why can you not see what is wrong with you people? Black people from Africa. What is wrong with you that you cannot reason? They are complaining about insecurity. Whereas in Yoruba land, there are refugees in Benin Republic. Even today, they were being attacked. Some came in today to attack them in Ogun State. Today. In Niger State, they are basically in IDP camps. In Benue, people are not living in their homes. But in Biafra land in the east, where Eastern Security Network made sure that Fulani Janjaweed did not succeed. That is where they are interested. Insecurity. But places where people are no longer sleeping in their homes, nobody is talking. I don't know if it is how God made a black person. I don't know if it is acquired stupidity. I don't know if it is all the centuries of slavery and even more centuries of colonialism and even more, or should I say, decades of neocolonialism. I have no idea what is wrong with us. As they say, where we come from, I don't know why you abandon the main issue, the crux of the matter. You abandon it and you're discussing things that are quite frankly irrelevant. People in Niger State, let me shock you. On several occasions, the Joint Task Force had the upper hand against these bandits until a few weeks ago, When 5 soldiers and the mobile policeman was killed by the bandits, the same Fulani bandits, in an early raid on their camp in Alawa area, the security personnel were then withdrawn from their duty post in Zagzaga community in Munya local government area. That very security post in Zagzaga community has been there since 2012. But now they have taken it away, paving the way for the main onslaught to begin. The main destruction of lives and properties to begin. Army is not there. Don't get me. There is no army to save the people of Niger State. The Gwari and Nupe people of Niger State. No army to save people from Benue. Hey, no, there is no Nigerian army. No Nigerian army to save the refugees that fled from Ogun State into Benin Republic. No, there's no Nigerian army. Now you ask me, but where are they? All that money that US have been giving to them, EU, UK, everybody, what have they been doing with it? Admittedly, yeah, they are buying a few weapons for them, but the bulk of the army are in Iguacha, protecting Wike, looking for who to arrest in the middle of the night. DSS is busy abducting people. Whereas the DSS has never been to Niger State to abduct any bandit before. They are doing show of force in the East. And you know, our God is a miraculous God. The God of we Biafrans is miraculous, marvelous. And God said to them, okay, since you have chosen to be disturbing the peace of my children, you will have no peace where you come from. Because there are soldiers in the Nigerian army from Niger State. There are people in the police and the army from Benue. I want to ask them how they're actually feeling tonight. Maybe they posted you to Gwagwalada, or maybe they posted you to somewhere in Yola. But your village is under siege. You are in the army, you are in the police, you are from Niger State. You have no village to go back to anymore because it's been taken over by the Fulani Janjaweed. And you're busy serving the zoo called Nigeria. That was what we told you from the beginning. If you believe in one Nigeria, you have signed your own death warrant. It is only a matter of time. Only a matter. And what is telling me is that when the future generations will suffer the stupidity and, should I call it, arrogance of the likes of Obasanjo and Tinubu, they will long be dead before then. They will be dead. The mess they will leave behind for their children. Oh my God in heaven. Unbelievable. In fact, let me say unfathomable. This is happening in the 21st century before our eyes. No major news network will carry it. Can you imagine a country where a sizable chunk of the population, even the landmass, is under siege by one particular group of people? Only one group of people making our lives a misery. And instead of us to rise up and say, enough of this rubbish. Oh, can you calm down? Let's save our country. The more you say you want to save Nigeria, the more you are putting your own life in danger. Because they are coming. They have 2 years to complete this very job. We have been stopping them, holding the line. I don't know for how long you expect us to do this. I have no idea for how long you expect us to keep holding the line. For how long, I ask you. Now, this is in Niger State. There is no army. There is no army anymore. The communities are now asking them, what offense? They're asking the Nigerian army, what offense did we commit that the federal government of Nigeria neglected us and left us in the hands of bandits? Because they left you in the hands of their fellow bandits. Because there are bandits inside Asorok. Banditry is not just if you're on the roadside, no, with AK-47, no. And I've asked Nigerians this time and time again. Nobody has been able to answer my question. 2 things. Does Nigeria have immigration officers that carry guns? I think the answer is yes. Nigeria has also customs. Is that correct? Yes. There is one pertinent question I want Nigerians to ponder over and over and over again. All these so-called Fulani bandits from the Sahel, so we are told, wielding AK-47 assault rifles, who gave it to them? It's a very simple question. If you are saying that these are foreign bandits, that means they must have crossed the border with their AK-47 assault rifles. Is that correct? Which means there is no border control or check in the north, which on its own is an impeachable offense. That's number one. Let us assume that they did not come in with any weapons. They didn't cross the border with any weapons. Who gave it to them when they arrived in Nigeria? Any day, these intellectuals, any day, these sophisticated morons from the West, intellectuals from the East, any day, these two groups of idiots can answer that question. If at all, they can address it. Believe you me, their eyes will open. I don't want you to suffer yourself. I don't want you to strain yourself. I don't want you to overlabor your brain. Ask yourself this question. How did they get the weapons with which they have been sacking the villages in the north? Who gave it to them? Any day you answer that question, you will understand what the Fulani Janjaweed has in store for you. But I'm not expecting some of you to understand or even attempt to answer these questions because I feel sorry for you. Your brain cells are not developed well enough to appreciate the depth of the mess you're in. That was the reason why we embraced slavery. That was the reason why some of us ran to the white man when the white man came. That was the reason why we sustained colonialism. That was the reason why now fellow black people like Obasanjo and Tinubu, they are the ones sustaining neo-colonialism. There is nothing original about the way we reason and the way we think. And that is very, very troubling. Ask yourself this question. Every time bandits are in Benue, they are in Zamfara, they are in Taraba, they are in Yobe, they are in Burning Kebi, everywhere. Ask yourself this question. Did the weapons did it fall from heaven? Somebody gave it to them. Who is that person? Any day you ask yourself this question, you will come up with one inescapable conclusion. That conclusion is that those who are in power today in Nigeria are the ones that gave the weapons to their fellow Fulani murderers from the Sahel. They have come in. The controller of immigration did not resign, because in any country that has conscience, the first question the House of Assembly, should I say the National Assembly, should ask is this: how did they come in with weapons? If they brought the weapons in, that means that the Comptroller General of Immigration must resign. Whoever is in charge of customs must resign for dereliction of duty. Because if they were actually policing the borders of the north very well, there is no way that these people could have smuggled in or come in with their AK-47 and all other forms of assault weapons with which they have made the lives of ordinary indigenous people a misery. Now, let us assume that they came into the country without these arms. Somebody gave it to them. And if you look at it, it's all military grade, or should I say military issue rifles that they're using. All of you were there when El Rufai was organizing with Buratai to drop weapons for Fulani bandits, or should I say Fulani terrorists in the forest. That means that the entire chain of Army High Command in Nigeria should resign. But of course, they are Fulani. Nobody's resigning. But they want me to castigate Reverend Father Mbaka for calling for the removal of a dead man. Of course, he's dead. The mask-wearing Buhari who is in Asarok. You want me to condemn Mbaka? Yes. But no immigration top official has ever resigned for allowing Fulanis to bring in weapons into the country through the northern borders. Their customs chief, they haven't resigned. Their army chiefs, they have not resigned. Nobody can tell us till today, how did the Fulani terrorists lay their hands on weapons? From where? At least we make our own. And we know they cannot make their own. They emasculated the Hausa people who can produce guns. We know they got it from somewhere. Any day you answer that very question, the next morning you'll be calling for the dissolution of Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth, if you understand what I have in store for you. In Niger State, they're suffering. In Niger State, they're in a mess. They have neglected them. Now they're crying to the government of the zoo. They are now appealing to the federal government. Please come to our aid, or bring back the security personnel you took away to avoid further bloodshed of the innocent. No, they are no more doing an operation show of force. They are nowhere protecting the Sarikin Fulani. Hopes on them. And people are dying. Have you ever asked yourself, what are the priorities of this very government of the zoo? What are their priorities? Only then will you know that all of you are in one almighty mess. That is number one. People don't know what they're in for. There was a tweet by a Janjaweed, a Fulani man, because they're all Janjaweed. If you're from there, you're Janjaweed to me. This man tweeted about what the mask wearing, or should I say, Garba Shehu is now the new president. But some of you are very daft. In a country where there is a raging crisis, your president cannot address you live. You come, you lament, you complain. You come, you lament, you complain every blessed day. You claim you have a president who cannot address you on any topic, any issue live anymore. Never. And you all of you accepted it. And you want me to regard you as a human being living in a Republican democratic setting. You claim you have the republic. You claim you practice democracy. The person you claim you voted for is there, cannot address you in a time of crisis. Then when is he going to address you? To tell you that the Fulanis are playing with all of you. They are playing with you. And I should say that the reason why they have succeeded so far is because of the deference we have for authority and for elders. But all that nonsense has to come to an end anyway. It must and should come to an end. It must and should come to an end. Do you know what the Fulani told Autumn, a TV man from Benue? If you want us to stop killing your people, you must give us Ruga. And some of you don't know what Ruga means. Ruga means exactly the same thing that the Fulanis did to Hausa people when they came into Gobert, the present-day Sokoto state. Sokoto, the name is Gobert, G-O-B-I-R. They came to Gobert. They said, oh, we want our own Fulani settlement. We are our own Ruga. That was how they started. Fulani quarters. From there, as they said, till today, the rest is now history. They swallowed the Hausa race and rendered Hausa useless. The only thing the Hausa people have is just their language. Everything else is gone. Their ingenuity, their industry, their creativity, everything, even their humanity. Fulani even took away Hausa humanity. Because a Hausa person is a nice person. I believe the nicest group of people in the zoo called Nigeria. Very nice, decent, humble and truthful. A typical Hausa man is decent, humble and truthful. Even Fulani took that away from them. Do you know they're saying to Governor Autumn of Benue State, give us land or we continue to kill you? Don't take my word for it. I'll read it out for you. This is the statement from the president to the victims of the genocide. Adopt Ruga if you want peace in Benue, Buhari tells Autumn. And you wake up in the morning and you say you're a Nigerian. This is our country. Let's salvage our country. where people you claim you voted for are telling you, give us your land or we kill you. No, not we kill you. We will continue to kill you. And we do, we write, we rant, we talk, we go to sleep. We eat more the next day. Oh, what's that one that is red? They say it gives blood, it gives oxygen to blood. I don't know what they make it. Or you drink brukutu or fradununu, you go to sleep. The next day, there's some rubbish. They're killing us. President, do something. Insecurity in the country. In the evening, you go to sleep. And maybe you impregnate your wife or your girlfriend. The next day, you're the same rubbish. Every year, the same nonsense. Now, don't worry. 2023 is coming. And you can vote in whoever you like. With INEC in charge in Abuja, declaring results for you. Or all those criminal vice chancellors you have, dressed like the mayor of London, leading rubbish in the middle of the night with candle. You people have no shame. You have no shame. You people, there is not one iota of shame. And you wonder why white people are racist towards black people because of the way we behave and how we reason. Despicable. Every day you lament, you complain, you lament, some problem is there. And you have a solution. Impeachment is there for a purpose. When the head of state is not performing, you kick the idiot out of office. He must complete his 8 years. And these are people that went to school, you know. They went to school. Chai. Zoo. Hey. A very useless place. I am giving you facts and figures. So tomorrow morning, when you're debating with a zoo animal, you can destroy them with facts and figures. You're in a country where you claim you have a president, yes? And things are happening. All we are now hearing is Garba Shehu. And I'm going to place a curse on him because it seems to me now that he is now the new head of the cabal. And I will place a curse on him, on Garba Shehu. The same curse I placed on Buhari, the same curse I placed on all of them that claim they are the ones wielding power in the zoo. It seems to me now that your new president is Garba Shehu. All over the world, as old as Joe Biden is, he still comes out to speak and address the people. Angela Merkel is addressing the people every blessed day on a national crisis. Ordinary COVID. All of you have forgotten about COVID now, COVID-19, coronavirus. Every government of the world they address their people almost every 4 days, live update from the president or head of state himself or prime minister. But in the zoo, nobody's even talking about coronavirus anymore. There is a raging insecurity. Yet the person you call your president cannot address you, and you want me to see you as a human being. You want me to have regard for you as a human being? You are an idiot, you are a fool. I can't talk to you. Because you have no brain. Give us your land or you die. Some of you have forgotten what Fulani nationality movement said. Do you know the funniest thing? Their DSS, no one has invited them for questioning. No, you don't invite Fulani now. It's their boy. In fact, even when they go there, they will start reciting the Quran together. All over the world, Nigeria is the only country given to Fulani people by God, according to Fulani nationality movement. And all of you are clapping, waiting for 2023. All of you are clapping, waiting for 2023. Shame on all of you. The Fulani nationality movement. They said this thing as far back as January 13th, 2018, that Nigeria is theirs. El Rufai was, they deceived Chibika Mechi. They deceived Tinubu. They thought they were all doing one Nigeria. Nobody knew that. In fact, I knew. These fools never knew that these people, Fulani, they have another agenda. And as I keep saying, Tinubu is the modern day Afonja in Yoruba land. and he will destroy, because for his sake, the Yoruba race will be in a very serious mess unless they abandon that idiot now. I call him an idiot with every reason in the world. A fool, a certificate forging criminal, claim he went to Toronto University. A drug pusher in Chicago. Go and do your research on Tinubu. A drug pusher. A kleptomaniac extraordinaire. A thief of unimaginable, a living rogue, a stealing machine. All of you were there during election. Bank bullion van that used to carry money went to his house. All of you said, Jagabana must go. A thief. It doesn't even end there. He's also a murderer. He was instrumental in the slaughter of young Nigerian youths at your so-called Lekki toll gate. Have you all forgotten? Black people, have you all forgotten? The same Tinubu. And to make matters worse, I am 53 years of age. I don't hide my age. What for? God created me when he did. This man, before your eyes, all of you so-called Nigerians, lied about his age. He lied about his age. He took 10 years off his age. He is now older than his first daughter by 9 years. And some of you still have the presence of mind to have regard for such a person. And you wonder why you are poor as a black person. You wonder why God has virtually abandoned black Africa. You people, you love and you support evil. You love evil so much. That is why God abandoned you people. Because this same type of nonsense, there is no white country that will tolerate it. Never, ever, ever. It's not done. You have your birth certificate. It's a very simple question. They will say to you, if you can lie about your age, that means you can lie about anything else in life. Do you know that white people started calling black people liars when they discovered that your footballers always lie about their age? From that day, if you're saying anything, they say, no, you people are liars. And hey, you're racist. No, I don't believe that they are. They're telling you the fact. Before your eyes, Tinubu cut his age to 69. You accepted it. Yoruba people have no reason enough to condemn him. Pantami, the terrorist, is still a minister. El Rufai, that said, I went outside to pay Fulani killers to come to Nigeria to kill. He's still a governor. Some are even praying, some pastors are even praying for him. The same man that supplied guns to Fulani murderers in southern Kaduna to slaughter people. Some of you are even talking about him as a future president of Nigeria. Nobody has condemned all these people. And you want me to condemn Fada Mbaka? Why? Let me tell our people something they don't understand. In a normal country, so to speak, the condemnation of Fada Mbaka, you can welcome it somehow. I know that sometimes, regardless of our shortcomings, we are puritanical in how we think. Biafrans are very puritanical, very, very pure. They see what is bad and they say it's bad. It doesn't matter who is doing it. That is the reason why a lot of people came down heavily on Mbaka. But I'm telling them, yes, in Biafra, we can do anything we like to him. But in Nigeria, insofar as Nigeria is concerned, never ever condemn your own. Only those that use their mouth to condemn themselves. Like that's a minister for gutter and drainage in Lagos. Those ones, there's no forgiveness. Even in hell, they can be forgiven. Mbaka said, impeach this incompetent idiot. Instead of people to focus on what Mbaka said, to see if there is merit in it or not. you abandoned what he said and you started to attack his character. Typical black people. Is there any merit in what he's saying? Exactly what they did to IPOB. What they did to me. They will always abandon the message and begin to attack the messenger. Take the man's message. This idiot there should be impeached. And some of our people foolishly jumped on the bandwagon. I don't know why they're doing it. Nigeria is not normal. When we get to our Biafra, we can be as normal as we like. But the zoo is not normal. Why do you think I campaigned for an Efulefu like Audio Zokal, as idiotic as he is? I campaigned for him to be released. I campaigned for Lisametu to be released. Where do you think we did it? You think we did it because of what? Nothing. Because they are your own. They are your own. Defend your own. You know, some of you did not grow up in the village. Some of you attacking Mbaka did not grow up in the village. Because there's a saying where we come from. When the kite comes to pick up the chick belonging to a wayward hen, a stupid mother chicken that took the babies to venture where she shouldn't go to, occasioning the loss of a chick to a kite. I'm trying to explain this in a manner that mothers who are listening back, grandmothers are listening to us. That is why I speak the type of English that will make it possible for them to understand exactly what I'm saying. You know, kite, you can't tell where we come from. When the kite is coming to pick up the little chick, despite the fact that you know that the hen should not have taken her chicks to where the kite, to make it easier for the kite to attack, you first of all start screaming to drive the kite away, and then in the evening, when the hen comes back with the chick, you now blame that hen. But as soon as that hen is under attack, you must avert danger by driving away the kite. Fulani people are blood-sucking demons. When they come after your people, believe you me, you must rise up to defend that very person, regardless of their sins in the past. Because if they take one person, they'll come for the next one, they'll come for the next one. That's how they behave. That is why everybody must. We must defend them better. He may have done some things wrong in the past. It's between him and his God. He says he's a preacher of the word of God. It's between him and his God. You leave him. Again, where we come from, Onyenachia, you and your God. It's between you and your conscience. But right now that he's under attack from the Janjaweed, we must defend him. Because I want Garba Shehu to address the main point that Mbaka was raising. Address the issue. You're telling us he came for contract. Now, publish the names of all those who have been to Asarok before for contracts. Publish all of them. Let us see. Publish all the imams, publish all the sheikhs, publish all the Pentecostal pastors that have been going to Asarok to ask for money. Publish their names and the amount you give to them. Publish it, I'm asking you. Say, if you tell us Mbaka came for contract, you will say, hey, Mbaka Tofiakwa, you went for contract. You think we are foolish? The contract he's asking for, is it not from the same oil wells that comes from his land? You, that is telling us he came for a contract. What do you contribute to the economy? Fulani, what do you contribute? Zilch, zero, nothing. You think we are foolish? Our people must reason. Let me give you one simple secret in life. In the zoo, life in the zoo. Anytime Fulani comes after anybody, you know that that person is saying the right thing. I'm telling you, that's how they operate. Can you imagine the left people who are dying in Niger State? They brought a squadron, Mopol 1, Mopol 8, Mopol 14, MGX, SS. They are trying to do, like Morse code. You think that they are smart. After typing that rubbish, within 5 minutes, we have it on our hands. Mopol 8 moved to Aka, Mopol 9 from Mina. The same Mina that is suffering moved to Eket. They think we are stupid. You don't know Fulani. I know them very well. Some you don't know. You don't know those the demons. You don't know them. You must defend them, Baka. Nobody should write any nonsense. When we get Biafra, we can bring him back and blame him for what he said. Did you say it? He said, but right now in the zoo, that they're attacking him, you must defend him. That's how it's done in our land from time immemorial. Don't allow yourself to fall foul of these people. They mess up your own people, but when you want to mess up their own, they'll tell you no. Pantami is not going anywhere. Nigeria will burn if you remove him. Then you want me to condemn him back and check up on your work. God punish you, dear idiot. We must proceed. Allah gave the zoo to them, and they are doing all they can to make sure that your lives is a misery. Oduduwa Republic, they held a rally today in Abeokuta despite police ban. My love for them is increasing every day. As I told you a short while ago, I have no regard for the elders, so I'm being honest with you. I'm just telling the simple truth. All those have a Yoruba elders, apart from Paya de Banjo and Pafashoranti, all these other idiots. And my dear good friend, may you so rest in peace. Yinko Dumaki. Talking rubbish. All this elder, this all rubber crap. Yoruba youths came out today to rally in Abeokuta, and I support them. I tweeted actually on this very issue today. And as I keep telling you all the time, you must be on Twitter. You must be on Twitter. All of you must be on Twitter. All of you must go and open Twitter accounts, please. Open it. Twitter makes you to think. Facebook makes you to gossip. That's all. Facebook is a gossipy platform. Twitter is where you reason. You think. And things will happen. Because imagine when you tweet 4,000 retweets, 5,000 retweets, 8,000. If you tweet and you tag somebody to your tweet, each time you retweet, that person gets it. That is why Twitter messages, they travel far and wide more than Facebook. Facebook is just for gossiping, to show off. Twitter is where you have to task your brain to produce something in a very short paragraph, a short sentence, to encapsulate all that you're thinking. All of you must be on Twitter. Unless you join Twitter, you follow one another. Oh, Zobo. That's the name, Zobo. And local yogurt. I got to throw bottle. They go by the roadside and pick up all those bottles, all those plastic bottles. Table water. You know the plastic bottle. They put Zobo in it. After drinking it, you start suffering from typhoid. Because once you go to, they say it's typhoid. These people. It's Zobo. It's called Zobo. Mad people everywhere. And there are Jupiter Benine, mad people to the right, to the left, front and back, and there are mad people everywhere. Lunatics. You think they have brain? They have absolutely nothing. Nothing in their skull. They go outside, they go and they pick up, they don't know who drank from that bottle. They pick it up, they claim they wash it, and they put Zobo in it. My brother, what is wrong with you? Is typhoid and malaria. Everybody typhoid and malaria. So you're drinking Zobo. Zoological Republic. The greatest fraud in the history of humanity is Nigeria. The greatest. That's why everything they call somebody a fraudster. Oh God. Nigeria as a rock rulers. Nigeria army, Nigeria police, all they do is propaganda and gossip. IPOB is bringing a bomb from Lagos. Can you imagine such nonsense? How can somebody bring bomb from Lagos? So are you saying that Oduduwa agitators are manufacturing bombs for us? or we imported the bombs. So if Republic, let me ask DSS something. If you got an intel that they're moving bombs down, did you ask yourself, where did they get the bomb from? Is it Yoruba people that gave us bombs? Or did the children that gave us the bomb? Or we manufactured it in Lagos? Or we imported bomb from abroad? Do you see how foolish they are? And some idiots will believe them. I want Nigeria, I want indigenous people to Nigeria, people who are ancient on their land, not Fulani that came 2 weeks ago. Anytime Nigeria is attacking IPOB, attacking Eastern Security Network, attacking Nnamdi Kanu, believe you me, what we are saying is the truth, which they do not want you to hear. Imagine such idiotic propaganda. They're importing bombs, they're bringing bombs from Lagos. We sustained and fought Britain for 3 years. We did not fight Nigeria. If we fight Nigeria, we'll defeat Nigeria anytime, any day. We fought Britain for 3 years. We manufactured our own bombs, our own aircraft, everything, artillery, everything we manufactured. And in this internet age, this new age, we now go to Lagos to go and bring bomb. When what we are using to defend our land, we are the ones making it ourselves. People are crazy. And some of you will listen to them. Some of you will listen to them. Only for calling for the resignation of a Fulani presidency, because there is no Fulani president. What have his presidency? There's no Buhari at all. All hell broke loose. Everywhere, madness everywhere. Mbaka did this. He came for, and so what? If he came for contract. Yes, and then so what? So, okay, but Shell can come from Netherlands to take contract, yes, and drill our oil, yeah? And Halliburton can come from Texas, yes? And Texaco from Texas, yes? And Elf can come from France, yeah? Egypt can come from Italy to drill oil and make money. But the Mbaka cannot ask for contract. Who told you that? Come Jordan yourself. Who told you that? Who said he cannot ask for contract? Why not? I'm asking you. He's a Nigerian. If any freedom fighter goes asking for contract, of course, some of them do these days, then you can blame that person. Mbaka never said he is not a Nigerian. So if white people can come to the zoo called Nigeria to look for contract and they are whatever, why can't Mbaka ask for one? Let us even strip down all this hoo-ha to the barest minimum. Who said that Mbaka cannot ask for contract, given the fact that the oil and gas comes from his land that is sustaining the whole of Nigeria? Okay, a white man can come and look for contract and get it here, to drill oil and gas, yes? The same Fulani Janjaweed can own oil well. Even in Nnamdi, they own oil well in Nnamdi. The person that owns the oil cannot ask for contract. Are you people well at all? I think it's called bandwagon. Everybody will just want to jump on the bandwagon to just to be noticed. I don't know. You people, I don't know what's wrong with you, to be honest. I don't know what is wrong with you. Mbaka did nothing wrong asking for contract. Why not? Why not? Don't other people go to ask for contract? I'm asking you, all of you, don't other people go and ask for contract. You ask for contract. When the person that owns the oil asks for contract, you start talking rubbish. Unacceptable, absolutely unacceptable. Ndara. So Egypt can come from Italy. What's that? Total can come from France. Total. Oh, my uncle is working in an oil company, in Total Oil Company. Yes. So you don't want Mbaka to have his own. Oh dear. This year GF. Do not attack your own. Never again. Anybody who attacks his own is a fool. Only when that person have used his or her mouth to condemn himself. You must understand this very clearly, please. And not when that person is making a very valid point against Fulani Janjaweed. The time now is 12 minutes past 8 p.m. in the